The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
What is the real reason why Aaron Rodgers is struggling? Why are the Jets struggling to win games? We'll talk about that and more with Andrew Fialko, who will break down the All-22 film live on the show. It's the Jake Asman Show. Let's hit it and get it started. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chat, baby. Cut the line. Now it's time to talk all things New York Jets. It's the Jake Asman Show. Here we go, Jet fans. Welcome in, everybody. Hit that like button. And, of course, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do so. We are approaching 40,000 subscribers. Win or lose, this fan base is the best, and I want to thank all of you for your support. We're presented today by Huga House. The hat I'm wearing is a Huga House hat. If you want one for yourself, use promo code ASMAN at HugaHouse.com. You'll save 15% on your order. Plus, if you buy one hat, the second hat you get from Huga House is 30% off. We're going to talk a lot about Aaron Rodgers today, so get yourself a Huga House hat just like he has, just like I have, if you are interested. HugaHouse.com, promo code ASMAN at checkout for 15% off. Joining us right now in his weekly spot on the show is none other than Jets X Factor Zone, Andrew Fialko. Andrew, welcome aboard, my man.
How's it going, man? I don't have a ton to say that's positive. This team just knows how to break our hearts every week. And like I was saying to you on the pre-show, I literally told so many people, like I told all my friends, I'm like, I'm never watching Jets film ever again. I was at midnight on Sunday, and I was watching Jets film at 7:30 in the morning on Monday. So
you're addicted, man. We keep coming back for more, man. We all say we're done, and then we'll be right back in front of the TVs, or I'm doing a watch party on Sunday at T-Squared, and we're all going to be locked into this game on Sunday because we just can't help it, man. We're addicted.
Yeah, and again, like I was saying to you on the pre-show, like I really think it was just the expectations and thoughts we had of this team. Like I don't remember the last time they were this high. I want to say 2015 when we got Fitzpatrick, they exceeded the expectations that year. So it was like a really fun season. It was like, oh my God, I remember they went on this run at the end of the year. They beat a bunch of bad teams, but like we were like one game winning into the playoffs. And now obviously after Rodgers got hurt last year, it's like, okay, like, give them a mulligan. We'll get him back. And like, hopefully it'll be as good that it was going to be. And I mean, it's been an absolute nightmare. We haven't won a game in over a month. And that Patriots Thursday night game feels like literally 3 years ago.
It's insane, man. That's the last time I saw you in person. Also, the only time I've met you in person. And that night, leaving MetLife was about as good as you felt as a Jet fan in years. And to think that they've lost 4 in a row since. They have a new coach, new offensive coordinator. They've had all these different things happen. It's just wild, man, because it really felt like that night, the way Rodgers played, the way the offense looked, it was about to click. And the team we thought they were going to be, here we go. They're ready for takeoff.
Yeah, I mean, I could have not predicted this. I couldn't be more wrong in what I thought was going to happen. Obviously, after that Denver game, it felt like, okay, that's a really bad loss. But like, all right, we're going to go to Minnesota. I mean, we're going to go to London, and like, it's a winnable game against Minnesota. The way we find ways to lose every game in either dramatic fashion or heartbreaking fashion, or I've never seen a team like this. And I would be so curious, Jake, honestly, to see like an outsider's opinion that's not really skewed by the media, because like everyone in the media wants the Jets to do bad. They all hate Aaron Rodgers. I want to actually get like someone's opinion that is like unbiased about the way we've been losing games. Like even Sunday night, we lost by over 20 points. That game, like the fact I'm even saying that out loud is insane. We were up 15-6 with 2 minutes left in the first half, and we didn't score another point the entire game. And they put a 30-piece on us. It's unfathomable. I just been lost for words. Like truthfully, I don't know what to say.
JK with a super chat. He cuts the line. Andrew lives for recess and film review.
Man, no recess these days. No recess.
Just pain, man. Just pain. All right, we'll get into the film review here, and Andrew can always answer your questions as we go through this. For those new to the show, Andrew has a background working at the University of Buffalo with quarterbacks and on their coaching staff, so he knows what he's talking about. You can check out more of his work over at jetsxfactor.com. By the way, Jet fans, your boy's got a promo code. Get your first month free at JetX at jetsxfactor.com with promo code Asman. Actually, it's not free. It's 99 cents the first month, I think is what Robbie set it up. But point being, support Jets X Factor, support Andrew's work, Robbie, the whole team there. They do a great job. Use promo code Asman at jetsxfactor.com. All right, Andrew. So we're going to focus heavy on Rodgers. Then I'll ask you some questions about some of the other things that stood out. You know, I saw, from my naked eye, a guy who looked a little jittery at times in the pocket. It just kind of didn't have the body language you love. Confidence wasn't there. And he said a lot of that today, essentially without saying it, during his weekly spot with McAfee. He even said, quote, I'll read it to you because I wrote it down. I thought it was notable. He said that the Jets are playing with too much anger and not enough enjoyment. He's making it a goal to have a little more fun. He said that starts with him. So we'll see if what Rodgers said there actually manifests itself going forward. But we're going to get into this game from Sunday night. Davante Adams, obviously, his first game as a Jet. So Andrew will screen share, and he'll break down the film from his perspective, and we'll go through it and find out what exactly went wrong with Rodgers and this offense.
Yeah, right before I even shared, I actually made a huge list of reasons why we lost, and I was curious if you had any others, but this is I'll run through it quickly. One, we need to stop taking the ball out of the end zone. Every kick return that we take out of the end zone does not get past the 30. It doesn't. I don't care if it's Isaiah Davis, Xavier Gibson. Neither of them should be returning kicks anyway. It should be Malachi Corley. Two, we don't know how to kick field goals or block for them. That's just bottom line. We can't kick. Greg can't kick, and we can't even block properly. I mean, it was a good play by the Steelers, but whatever. I thought Rodgers was inaccurate, locking onto reads, and had bad pocket movement. The O-line still can't block in the run game or the pass game, Tyron especially. Obviously, Garrett had that brutal drop. We'll go over the Rodgers interception. The run defense has zero discipline. The entire secondary was hurt. No one can stay at home on play action to the flat. We got gashed multiple times. They had the luckiest one-on-one balls I've ever seen. The Freiermuth catch and the Pickens catch where he tipped it up 17 times in the air. It was actually good coverage by Isaiah Oliver. Whatever will go wrong can go wrong, whatever that phrase is. The batted balls at the line, I mean, just brutal. It felt like it happened like 3 different times that were really important. Then I wrote, again, stop taking kicks out of the end zone, and then I wrote no juice in the punt return game.
One other note, because we're the Jets, baby, and this is what happens. We can't ever have nice things, apparently.
Yeah, so I watched the entire film, and then I wrote down every single thing I thought was wrong. There was at least, that's like 13. I think there could be a lot more. I didn't even talk about the coaching, but just like it's not one thing. So for any fans that think it's just Rodgers, it's just this, it's just that, there are so many things wrong with this team. That's the scary part, Jake.
Correct. Arizona anime fan writes in. Bills fan, nothing but love for Jet fans. We went through this for 20 years. Looks to me like a lot of players making business decisions, a team ready for the offseason. I don't think that happened here, right? I just think this team is soft, Andrew. I mean, they get punched in the mouth and they unravel. Rodgers talked about it, how he's like, myself included, like that interception can't happen, and it did happen, and it can't be the reason why, we go out there and beat ourselves up over it and don't respond. I think they get punched in the mouth and they don't have a counter punch. Like, they face any adversity and it rattles them too much. Like, mistakes happen. It's how you overcome them. I think it's a real problem right now. I don't know if guys are quitting. I mean, you watched the film. I didn't see business decisions necessarily being made. I don't think we're there yet.
No, we're not there yet. But for a guy in the NFL to be saying that, and our leader to be saying that he didn't feel the energy was right before the game. That's shocking. And then, like, we found our way, I guess, to be up 15-6, and then he throws one pick, and then he said after that the energy was off the entire rest of the game. That's coaching. That's bottom line coaching. If you can't keep your guys together after throwing an interception and being up 9 points, like, okay, let's move on. He made a bad play. He said that. But then we compound issues, and all we do is mistake after mistake after mistake. And I don't know. He said it. I tried listening to some of the McAfee show just now. Everyone's playing tight. It does feel that way. And it feels like he is too, by the way. He's not being spared in criticism here. He looks like he's playing tight, and he looks like he doesn't trust a single person on the field around him, besides now Davante Adams.
Which hopefully, as they get him more involved now and he gets comfortable again, he could have an impact. But they're in must-win territory on Sunday. We'll get to that coming up. But, I mean, that's where this team is at now. They need to win on Sunday and stop the bleeding because it is rough right now. All right. With that said, we'll get to the film review real quick. JT's an Asmaniac for 7 months. He writes in, this is bound to be an ugly one. Buckle up. We have some work to do if we want to make noise.
Yep.
Yeah, this film session will not be great, but it needs to be done. All right, Andrew, we can now see your screen. Take it away.
All right. So, you know what? We're actually going to start with something good. It's so sad, Jake. The last few games, I've started my notes while I'm watching the game with all positive plays. And honestly, the first half was super positive. And then I scrapped everything.
They should have been up 15-6 at halftime at the bare minimum, man. Like, they really played well.
Yeah, minimum. So I had a bunch of good plays. There was, again, I thought Downing called a great first half. I thought Rodgers played well. Easily the best game of Breece's season. Easily. Yep. And I wanted to highlight him here because this play just shouldn't go unnoticed. So, again, here's Breece. I'm going to run the play fully, and then I'll stop it. Great chip on Watt, pancakes him, and then gets upfield and gets 20 yards after the catch. Honestly, this is what I've been trying to see from Breece all season. Let's show some heart. Let's put our foot in the ground and show that burst. By the way, I just wanted to point this out. I think everyone's giving Morgan Moses a little too much credit. I watched the film and I didn't see Conklin not chipping Watt or someone chipping Watt almost on any snap. And I saw someone tweet oh, he didn't give up any pressures. I understand that, but I mean, plays like this were happening where not you don't get to chip TJ Watt to the ground that often. But I thought Moses was fine, but he was getting help a lot. So basically, what this play was here, I really love this from Breece. Obviously, good job, shoulder down, Dex Watt to the ground. Right now, Rodgers at the top of his drop. Again, I don't really know what this play call was. I think they were doing. How did Conklin already? Oh, Conklin just free released. Okay. I think they were doing some 4 verticals, it seems. Yeah. Vertical. I think it's Devontae crossing it off a little bit. And I don't know, man. I don't want to be so critical of Rodgers. I really don't. I love him as a player and as a person. But this was kind of the thing all game. Top of his drop. I understand no one's open. So, it's a good job to get your check down. And Breece does a great job here getting his foot in the ground. This was not the only time he did this, but I don't know. Rodgers, it felt like he just does not trust the offensive line back there at all. And I think this was the only positive clip I have. So let's honestly watch Tyron Smith here. Yeah, he got help. But yeah, this is just a great bottom line. Great rep by Breece. Really good game by Breece. And I feel like it needs to be talked about that he played well because I feel like people have been really upset with him, and myself included.
Question from Johnny Boy before you get to the next play, Andrew.
Yeah.
With you diving deep with the film, is it me or am I not seeing our wide receivers really getting separation?
No, I think that will be answered for you. Honestly, right on this next play. So I don't think that's the case. No.
Go ahead, break it down.
Yeah. So first quarter, 3rd and 8. I really do not understand what this route concept was up here with Garrett and Devontae. I want to use the middle of the field more. I do. So again, I'm going to start just running these plays and then I'll run it back one more time and explain what happened. 3rd and 8. Again, what's going on up top? It took way too long to progress into this little flood route. So it's going to be Devontae on the high corner, Garrett on a deeper out corner, and then I guess Conklin in the flat. And what I didn't like from Rodgers here is he's stepping into pressure. I think AVT did a fine job on this play, and Rodgers gave him a little bit of an angle. This defender, I think it was Larry Ogunjobi, to just wean off and tackle him for a sack. And what I'm not liking here from Aaron is he's locking onto this side. And again, a lot of good quarterbacks, if anyone out there watches QB school or anyone that evaluates quarterbacks, getting to your backside dig is a very hard thing. But it's something this guy could do, 100%. And if you run this, I'm going to run this back. I don't know if this was either cover 2 or cover 4. I guess we'll see again. But watch Mike Williams, and that needs to be his second read that he goes to here. And he's open. So right here, we got to layer the ball in. We got to layer the ball in here. We cannot do what he does here, and I'll show it on the end zone angle. What was that coverage? Let me just look. Oh, just cover 3. Okay. Deep safety, deep corner, deep safety, deep corner, four under. Man, I just want him to be more willing to stand in the pocket is what I've been seeing. So I'm gonna slow this down. Pick it up a tiny bit. So right here, he's locked on. He's locked on. Okay. Now he takes one hitch up. That's fine. But don't keep hitching up where this guy's gonna have the easiest path to you. He hitches up again. And his eyes aren't even close to Mike Williams. He's staring down. And guys, what is he staring down? I guess Garrett's open, but Raj, you're on. This is going to be a really hard throw for you to layer this over the top from the opposite hash, 30 yards down the field. So right here, work back to your backside dig. It's open. This is a throw that Rodgers can make.
Feels like he's pressing, right, Andrew? Like it just feels like he's like now, like he's not trusting his eyes anymore. Like he's pressing now.
He's not trusting anything, really, Jake. He's not trusting the offensive line, which I can't blame him because of how they played. But like here, Tyron Smith is known to be really good at this. He's gonna push this edge guy out so far that there's no room in the pocket. I mean, that he's out of the pocket. So right here, I would be saying this about any quarterback. Right here, you got to hang in there. You don't have to hitch up here. Hang in there. Hang in right there. This guy has nothing to you. Now, when you hitch up to your left here twice, you're giving Ogunjobi a rush lane. AVT is engaged with him. Just hang in right there. Hang in. Look, Highsmith's all the way out of the play. We have a double team here. The only way you could get sacked on this play is if you hitch up and you step forward into the pocket this way. Just hang in there. Hang in there. There's no one there. Hang in there and rip that dig. It's there. And then he obviously the second that look, AVT is like, wait, what? Why is Rodgers standing right next to me? Man, it's just little things like this where look, right when Highsmith goes by. So Highsmith's gone. Hang in there. No, hang in there. Hang in there. No. Come back, Rod. Come on. Just hang in there. He's always been good at this. He's never been antsy in the pocket. Hangs in there. He's right there. Stand tall and deliver a ball. But right here, he's staring at Garrett still. This is not a throw that he's going to make. It's not. And now Ogunjobi's there for the sack. So I'll run it back one more time fully without and let you say what you see, Jake. But it's frustrating to watch.
It just feels like maybe the year without football, he's kind of thinking a little bit still. I also think really since that New England game, like that was the night we saw like his like full mobility. He was looking good. And then he took a beating against Denver.
Yeah.
He took a beating against Minnesota. He's obviously playing through that ankle injury. I just think like, I don't know, for whatever reason, he's not like trusting like the ability he's always had to make the read and let it rip. Like he's not letting it rip. I look at a guy that looks gun shy when I've seen some of these plays watching it back.
Yeah. I agree. It's sad to see. And you know what's crazy to me is like I truly think that he's hurt. And I think he could really, really benefit from sitting for a week. Like, Jake, the difference, you've watched all the film with me that I pulled up. The difference for me personally from the New England game to now is stark. It's like back to the start of the season where I'm like, man, I don't know if he's going to ever be mobile again because he is not moving outside of the pocket. Besides the New England game, and like the point you made, after that in the Broncos game, he was getting assaulted the entire game. I think he's hurt. And I know it might be crazy, but I don't think that starting Tyrod for a week and maybe having him hopefully win the game and then getting Rodgers at full health for the short week that it would be for him, I think it would be something they would think about, but I don't think Rodgers is going to let that happen. But I definitely think he's pretty banged up from what I see from him in the pocket.
He's definitely banged up. They gotta give him a running game, Andrew. I mean, they're asking him to throw way too many times. Like, they need a better running game. The whole premise of him coming here was he had an elite running game and elite defense. Right now, he has neither.
Yeah. The run game has been terrible. They can't run block, and I don't really have any clips of that. I actually do have one clip of that, but they can't run block. They haven't been able to run block the whole year. The tight ends, man. I mean, I don't know how I didn't see it. The tight end going into the year, I guess I had this like fake imagination mind that Ruckert was a really good blocker. He's not. Conklin is a poor blocker. He's below average at run blocking. And you know what? Like, it's sad because I truly think like Tippmann and AVT are really good run blockers. I feel like we try and run the ball Tyron's side a lot. And look, I don't know what the hell is going on with him. I really don't, but it's not working out right now. So I don't know, man. I would love to get more opportunities to run the ball with to run some gap schemes with Tippmann pulling, ABT pulling. We're stuck on outside zone and inside zone right now. That's the truth. And Breece is a lot better with gap schemes where you could just hit the hole and run. Breece's vision was not good on Sunday. It has not been good the entire season. And Braylon Allen is a way better fit for these zone scheme runs. It's kind of stupid that we don't even have him in for more plays on these zone scheme runs where you need to be able to turn 1 or 2 yards into 3 or 4 yards every time. It makes a massive difference because Breece tries to cut something out and it's a negative yard play. Instead, Braylon would put his head down and go get 3 yards and try and keep us on somewhat schedule. So that's my little spiel about the run game.
Hopefully they could get Braylon Allen maybe more involved as like the bell cow and then use Breece in certain spots that benefit him because he was their leading receiver in this game on Sunday. I mean, he was great with Yak on a couple plays. Yeah. Someone said this. I think it was the Buffalo Jet fan. Breece Hall is the Michael Jordan of 50-plus yard plays that don't end with him scoring a touchdown. Like, it really is amazing how many times that's happened.
Yeah, no, that was crazy. I honestly don't blame him on that play because I think it was Minka who had like a really good angle. But yeah, that of course it was like I think they scored a touch. Conklin scored a touchdown on that drive, right?
He did, yeah, he did. Okay. They converted. What's this next play here?
Yeah. Okay, so back to the film. So this is the first interception of the game. This was what Rodgers said was the game changer. Man, it's frustrating to me. And I think Rodgers took all the blame. And anytime I watch a bad throw or Rodgers make a play, I'm like, did the receiver do something wrong? So quick breakdown. It's going to be cover 2, Tampa 2. So for anyone out there who doesn't know what that means, here's Minka Fitzpatrick. He gets a deep half. 25 gets a deep half. And now for some reason, they had this, like, I don't know, this kid, Beanie Bishop or whatever his name is. He has the pole runner. So he's that essentially the middle field third. So it's essentially a third, and a third. But really with Tampa 2, it's a half. And he's going to have to turn his back on most plays. And you've seen guys hit the seam on this play all the time. If you hear the announcer say, oh, it's Tampa 2, they're going to go up the seam. That's the vulnerability of this defense. So what does Downing have? A great play call. Garrett's going to get behind this 31. And right here, this is open in the NFL. Rodgers is this his first? Rodgers hitches twice, so it screws up the timing. Now, is it because Tyron Smith is doing that thing where he lets the guy go far and then get him out of there? I don't know. But right here, the ball needs to come out right here when he hitches first. You have a lot of room there. You could even hit him in the back shoulder. But I was the only one who said this. I talked to a couple people about it. I don't know if Garrett was bending this route in. If you see here, Garrett starts bending it in, which you want to, but I want him to keep it a little more forward. And I don't know if it was Rodgers hitching right here. Right here he hitches. Because 31's doing such a good job of keeping his head turned. And I think he thought his back would be to him. Or it's because Garrett's bending the route. Either way, honestly, hell of a play by 31. I'm just going to run it fully. Really good play. And you need a better ball there and not 2 hitches from Rodgers. And it's probably a completion. Timing is everything in the NFL. These guys are way too fast. Rodgers knows this to the T. He's been playing for 20 years. You make one little hitch like that. I just want to make it clear, though. This play by 31, most of the time it's a linebacker. Like we've seen CJ run the pull in Tampa 2. And the receiver is so fast, so you're just running backwards with him. So it's usually a pass interference or a nice back shoulder opportunity. Again, someone needs to fact check me here. I think this kid's a DB. So him playing like the middle linebacker in this defense is honestly just brilliant from Tomlin. So ready? Hitch. But he's like, wait, why is he looking at me? Rodgers would probably feel so much more comfortable throwing that on the first hitch with his back turned. So he's like, wait, that's weird. Then I'm just going to throw it. And I don't know, man. The kid makes an unreal one-handed catch on a ball that, did he even flip his hips? Yeah. Flipped his hips really cleanly. It's a great play. And truthfully, the ball is completed on the first hitch. So right here, you had a lot of room. I showed on the other angle. It's completed there. It's sad, Jake, because I wouldn't even be saying this is a big deal. Like this is a tough throw. It's a great play by the DB. The fact that this really like changed the game is the most disheartening thing because It's not the Rodgers said he made a bad throw. Okay. He didn't get confused. He knew the coverage. He liked the look. He was aggressive. It sucks. The timing of it, 15-6, less than 2 minutes left. I know people were in my chat. I mean, in my Twitter replies saying, "Oh, he should have thrown it to Conklin or Breece and just checked it down." I mean, we've been shitting on quarterbacks for not being aggressive for the past 10 years, I feel like. So he had the look he wanted and he made the throw. Again, would I have after the fact that he had Breece like this and this was going to be an interception? Obviously. It was 2nd and 4 also. So like, did he need to be this aggressive? No, but I don't hate it's all about the decision. And the decision was the right decision in the sense that he knew the coverage and he knew what the play was going to be with Garrett running the seam, and it just didn't work out. You live and die with plays like this, man. It sucks that it really ended up being a huge play in the game.
I mean, the Steelers really caught everything. Defensively, they got the bounces with the Garrett interception, and then obviously some of the jump balls that Wilson just threw up there, Freiermuth, Pickens. It really was crazy, just the amount of great individual plays they had in this game. Not that maybe it would have mattered, but, I mean, it contributed. It's just like nothing's going right for the Jets right now. No,
and you're right, though. Like, the amount of miraculous catches they made, it just outrageous. So, this one I'm really not. This will be on the screen for a minute. Just watch Tyron. This clip actually went like crazy on my Twitter, and I felt bad because I'm not really trying to be like a rude guy or like get like be mean to Tyron, but like everyone was like very upset with him over this clip. Look, it's one clip. He has not been playing well the entire season is the issue. This is a really bad rep. Like, yes, this is Cameron Hayward, but you cannot duck your head like this. This is an all-pro veteran ducking his head on inside zone like this. Like, how the hand placement extremely wide and ducking your head. That's two things you don't do. Even Ruckert, who doesn't have someone right on him, his hands are inside, hands are inside, heads up, heads up, heads up, heads up. The only guy on the field with his head straight down is the guy who's going to whiff and look like an idiot. It's just Keith Carter, man. I'm going to blame him. Why not? I'm joking kind of, but like, how in the world is this what happened to a guy who was so good? I blame Keith Carter at this point. And you know what? Father time, I blame. But this is a crazy rep from Tyron. Like, it's nothing like I've ever seen from him.
I'm baffled by a lot being a fan of this team. Tyron Smith being awful when last year he was a second team All-Pro is astonishing to me. I'm not saying that obviously, Father Time doesn't catch up, but I mean, Andrew, this guy, we did film reviews on him when they signed him. This guy was amazing last year. You don't expect him to go from an All-Pro level left tackle to a guy who looks like Mekhi Becton. Like, maybe there's some diminished returns a year later, another year older, fine. The concern with him, though, was would he be on the field? Not would he not be good anymore? Like, it's shocking. And this is just one play, but we've gone through many plays where Tyron Smith's been a big problem.
Correct. And this is not going to be the next play is another Tyron Smith issue. Yeah, I don't know, Jake, what you said, it's insane. It really is. What's funny is like all offseason, the worry was he's not going to be healthy.
Right.
He's been healthy and he's been very bad. One of the worst tackles in the NFL. And I'm not sugarcoating it. He's really been bad. So
it should be Olu time, in my opinion. I'd play him on Sunday.
At some point, you got to play him. I think. I don't know, man. It's so hard because like you want to give Tyron the chance. I just don't know how many more chances you could give him. We're 2-5 at this point. What do you have to lose, man?
That's what I'm saying. They're 2-5, man. Get Olu ready for this game on Sunday against a team that's not great, and then you're going to need him 4 days later for the Texans, who have Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter you're dealing with.
Yeah. Good point. Okay, so let's get into the second half here. This is the second half. We're over the first half. What we should be as a team. Like if I was a coach in the film room right now with the team, I'd be saying, "Hey guys, it's what we're thinking here is it's 15-13. We're still winning this football game. Was the end of the half bad? Sure. We just ended a half where we had a Hail Mary touchdown. So how do you think the Bills felt? And they came out and they didn't give a damn. I'm sorry for my language.
Great point.
Okay, well, Todd Downing, great job. He didn't screw around here. What he has is a man beater on 3rd and 2. My favorite play in the book, mesh. So what you're gonna have here is 5 wide on 3rd and 2. I'm sure a lot of people were unhappy about it. Whatever. You're going to get Conklin to come chip in on Watt. Funny enough, Jake, at this point of the game, I'm wondering why weren't they not helping Tyron? Because he needed more help, it seemed. But anywho, really good play here. You know you're going to get man coverage. So what beats man coverage? 2 shallow crossers. You're going to have Devontae and Garrett running 2 shallow crossers. I could not draw up a play any better in my mind on man coverage where you need 2 yards and have 2 of the most dynamic players on your team, the 2 most dynamic players on your team in Garrett and Devontae running mesh. So they're both going to run shallow crossers and just try and create some traffic. Now, what you're going to see at the start of the snap, watch what happens to Devontae's guy. He gets completely missed. And Devontae's wide open. Now, why was this incomplete? I had so many people again on my Twitter yelling at me, and not yelling at me in the comments, but like, "Oh, is it Tyron's fault or is it Rodgers' fault?" Truthfully, I think it's on both of them. So again, running it back in slow-mo, this is picture perfect. Usually there's another guy here, so Devontae's going to really try and get in front and then get out on the mesh. But he doesn't need to here because look what happens to 42. 42 is like, hey, if he goes shallow, I know someone's going to pass it off. That's what they definitely think. No one passes off. Now, this is wide open. If this is not wide open in the NFL, I don't know what is. So what happens on this play? End zone angle. Tyron lets up a pressure. Again, high with the hand placement, and the anchor has not been there for him this year. But okay. I'm putting this on Rodgers. I'm sorry. I respect him too much that you need to figure out a way to get this throw completed, man. You got to. His mechanics are also always horrible, and it just doesn't matter because of the arm talent he has. But watch his feet. Again, albeit because Newman's giving up a pressure and Tyron's giving up pressure. This is a jump throw with his forward foot pointing over here. So that's where the ball would be going normally. For most people, your front foot needs to be pointed where you're going with the ball. His front foot is pointed this way. He's jumping in the air, and the throw is inaccurate. He just misses him, but it's just a little bit of laziness that it's always been. So right here, reset your feet. Right before that, reset your feet. You're going to Devontae. Reset your feet, and then lob the ball. Lob it a little. Instead, he jumps. And I mean, I know they thought the interception was a big play that they missed in the game. This is one of the biggest plays in the game that they missed because you're at midfield. All the momentum is on the other side.
What's the score at this point when this play happened?
15-13 Jets.
So they were leading at this point. Yep.
Correct. So you have a chance to, hey, let's go get 7 and put it back on their necks. And Downing gets us right where we want to be in the perfect play call. And again, I'm not saying it's all Rodgers' fault here. This is not a good enough rep from Tyron Smith. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 1 hitch up. I mean, I'm sorry. I need this. This got to be completed. It's a hard throw, and his mechanics are terrible on the play. But his arm talent's way too good to not complete this. I'm just going to run it back full time one time.
Well, this is where you expect more from Aaron. Obviously, it's not ideal, but it's like, this is why he's here. He still should be able to do this.
Things are never ideal for quarterbacks, man. Like it's rare you're going to have such clean pockets, and that's why we've been getting the ball out so quickly with him. Man, I wanted to show it on this one. Like Devontae gets the ball here. That's at least a first down. Like I know this is Patrick Queen. I love Devontae after the catch. He's probably getting to the 40 or the 35-yard line. Would you want Tyron Smith to do better here? Of course. I just, man, this is Rodgers. It's Rodgers. This is not Zach. Like if this was a Zach throw, I would be like, what, like Zach? Like you can make this throw. So it's Aaron Rodgers. It's a throw that he can make. Yes, you're dealing with interior pressure, exterior pressure. It's a hard throw. It's really a 10-yard throw that he probably wants back. And I know people on my Twitter also, I'm not even sure if any of them are in here, were like, could he have made some space in the pocket? Like, it's so hard to tell because football moves so fast. But, like, yeah, if he felt this pressure, could he have just taken a little hop step this way and given himself an extra second? Yeah, an extra second's everything in this sport, man. And we saw that when he hitched one too many times on the interception, and here when he just didn't create enough space for himself. And I think, truthfully, Jake, he just trusted like he's going to be able to make this throw with this footwork. If this was anyone else, I'd be like, this is you can't have this footwork. Like if this is a college player, they're not going to be able to translate to the NFL. You cannot have your front foot pointed towards like he's throwing a Garrett, jump, and make a throw. But like, I mean, he didn't miss it by a ton. It's tough. It's really tough, man.
Oh, the pain.
Yeah.
Some positivity here, though. Tyrone super chats us. We're never done. I was done in 86 when we went 10-1 and lost the last 5 and blew the playoff game in Cleveland. But here I am in 2024. Go Jets. Tyrone, we appreciate your support, man. Ryan the General super chatted. John Gruden as head coach, passionate and smart winner. I love the idea. I'm just telling everybody, John Gruden is currently in a lawsuit with the NFL. I don't think anyone is hiring him until there's clarity there. I think it's a tough sell right now.
Damn, I didn't know, man. I don't know if you've seen his his videos.
I love his show. Yeah, he's great.
And then, man, his videos have been unreal. He's a real football guy.
Oh, when you think football guy, that's John Gruden.
Yeah, to a T.
No doubt. All right, next play here, Andrew. Take it away.
Yep. All right, so 2 left. Again, both are going to be on Rodgers. So this is, I can't even make this up. I was like, I'm not going to watch the film. Like you never see everything you need with the broadcast. So this is the play before the Garrett interception, which I don't have and I'm not showing. The ball got tipped a little bit, hit Garrett in the chest. Garrett after the game said that he doesn't know why he's been going back to bad habits of not catching with his hands. That's another story we could talk about later. Really, I cannot understand this play. So what is it? It's first down. 1st and 10, 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, 1 running back, 2 receivers. Receivers into the field side. I'm really struggling to understand what Rodgers was doing here. So again, it's just plays make other plays. So if he does something good on this play, then the next play doesn't happen.
Can you just run it through first and then we'll break it down?
Yeah. I have such trouble. I've been trying to do that, and then I feel like I have so much to say. So okay, I'll just run through that angle quickly. What happens here? Devontae is running a little fade route, go route, whatever. Garrett is one-on-one with a slot corner, wins immediately. Now, in my eyes, Rodgers is staring at Garrett. I had people tell me that he's looking at Devontae, and he sees Devontae get shoved to the sideline, and then he goes to Breece. I don't care. I don't. And I'm so done with these predetermined reads, pre-snap. Like, either way, in what way is that a higher probability throw to the sideline with minimal room than a slant with your best separator over the middle of the field? It's not. So, again, I'll show on the end zone angle so we could see, so everyone could be a judge. This is truthfully something I'm not 100% sure. I'll give a clue, though, that a 3-step drop, 1, 2, 3. Sorry, that one always goes too fast. 1, 2, 3 is usually for a slant. That is the same footwork that aligns with the timing of a slant. So again, chat could let me know. You could let me know, Jake. Again, this is the best angles I have. These are the only angles I have. Where's Rodgers looking here? Is that not to Garrett, who's wide open?
You know what this reminds me of, unfortunately? The play he had the Achilles injury on last year. Garrett, same angle, was open, and he just he double clutched it, and then he took the hit, and his Achilles snapped.
Right. It does oddly remind you of me of that too. Right here, though, it feels like he's staring at Garrett.
Did they run something similar with Mike Williams on the 4th and 1 or 4th and 2? Like it was a quick slant on the other side.
Yeah, a little similar. They had Devontae and Garrett over here, and then Mike just ran like a little in route, or like a skinny post. It was perfect. But why are we getting off this so quickly? He's staring at him wide open.
Yeah, why didn't he trust Garrett there? That's his guy. You got to hit him.
The craziest part, obviously, is that people are coming sideways at me on Twitter saying Patrick Queen would have intercepted this ball.
Like, he's not.
On what planet? He needs 30-foot arms to get into the slant lane of Garrett, who's about to come wide open into the field. It's Aaron Rodgers. That's the easiest throw ever. Now, even worse, I don't understand why he's panicking here. Like, this is panic Rodgers. Oh, my God, it's not there. Oh, my God, my feet need a jump throw and just dirt it to Breece. Whoa, like Aaron, calm down. Okay, if you're looking at Devontae, it's not there. You got off Garrett for no reason. Now, you have a bunch of pocket to work with here. Okay, reset And look who's even more open. Garrett, upfield. And look how mad Garrett was here, by the way. He knew. That's body language right there. Garrett, look at Garrett. Jumping, head shaking, hand. He knew exactly what happened. I have no explanation. And people again on Twitter were coming at me saying, I could find 20 I could find plays of Mahomes and Lamar doing this. I said, okay, but not consistently. And I don't always, on wins, I don't usually show bad plays. Losses, I usually show bad plays. And he does this. I watched every snap of this team this year. This is something he's been doing. It's very odd. And it's like, almost like, why aren't you trusting right there? But okay, it's a really bad turn down, really bad. What you could only do to make it worse is freak out even more and jump throw it to the check down that is completely covered. Like, that's not completely covered, but Breece is going to get tackled there. So why don't we just create a little room in the pocket? Like, he's so good at this, what I thought he was. Like, not freaking out, not having happy feet, not jumping when he throws, and just reset your feet, reset there, just reset, and you have Garrett on the slant for how much he could have went for. I don't know, because look right there. If you hit him in stride, I don't know. He might still be running. And then you don't have the freaking play after where he drops the ball and it's an interception. They return to the 1 yard line.
It feels like he's obviously banged up. He doesn't trust the O-line. And in this game in particular, after that interception, after the first half, he just pressed. Like, he's pressing, like Garrett's pressing, because the next play after this is the interception. Yep. So Garrett allowed the mishap on that play that we just saw to lead to that interception, where, you know what I mean? Like, it's like this team has one bad play and they spiral like that. That's crazy to me. Because correct me if I'm wrong. That's what you said, right? You said that was the play right before Garrett dropped the easiest completion of his life. I mean, Rodgers made an unbelievable throw on that play too. That was probably his best throw of the night. If you you watched the film. The fact that ended up being an interception after this play here where he missed Garrett, that's crazy.
That's the thing. It's never like all 11 doing something wrong on a play. It's always someone taking their chance. It's someone taking their turn. Someone's going to do something wrong on a play. And look, it's even sad to think that watching Garrett's body language, right through this route when he doesn't get the ball, he's looking at the safety. He's like, oh, wow, I could have maybe had a touchdown there. You don't know, Jake, but that gets in Garrett's head right there. That I hate to be that guy, but you don't go to him there. And then again, you were right. It was basically the same formation. I could pull up the clip if you need me to.
Yeah, show the clip because I feel like it's worth showing.
All right, let me stop sharing and then reshare again.
While you do that, I'm gonna just pull up the screenshot. Only the Jets does this turn into what essentially was a pick six, because Pittsburgh got the ball off this interception at the Jet 1 yard line, then easily was able to score. Just brutal.
All right. I was not going to show this because I was like, whatever. Not whatever. It's just a really unfortunate play. But then I watched the play before and I'm like, there's no way. There's just no way. The play before it, we had a massive gain to Garrett. And then the play after it, we have another chance at a good solid gain to Garrett for a first down. And it just turns into an interception.
While you're doing that, let me remind people to RSVP to our watch party on Sunday at T-Squared Social in Midtown Manhattan. It is going to be wild. Win or lose, we booze. Jet fans come out and have a good time. Also, another reminder that this show is now available in podcast form, wherever you get your podcasts, Apple or Spotify. Just search The Jake Asman Show and get your favorite Jet podcast available in audio form. Andrew, you let me know when you're ready. We got a super chat here from JB who says, how much weighted should we put on this being the chemistry building year we missed last year versus he/they are Hall of Famers, Tyron, Aaron, etc.? I mean, Tyron just might be washed. I mean, he's a left tackle. Chemistry-wise, you're either good or you're not. He's just missing one-on-one blocks.
There's no, there's not enough. We don't have any more time. There's no more time to start building chemistry. It's now or never. So I hate the chemistry talk, and I think Rodgers said on McAfee today, we could talk about we're so close, and it means literally nothing. We can be close every single game and not win another game this year. So something's got to change.
Wrong verb. Maybe it was Zach teaching Rodgers the whole time.
Brother, not even Zach could get Rodgers that down bad. Trust me. So
JJ did super chat earlier. Andrew showed the last fourth down play. G5 was wide open. I don't know what play this was in reference to.
okay, so let's just do those two. Right. I mean, I don't know if JJ says something. Let me know. I could get that up now that I'm on the NFL Pro. You got me?
I got you. All right, here we go. We can see your screen.
Yep. So yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure this was just an out. This was like a go from Devontae and then an out and up from Garrett. Once again, Todd
You
Downing.
go full screen on your
Oh
end
yeah,
there.
yeah. Yep. I didn't realize it was probably so small.
There you go.
Yep. Again, props to Todd Downing. Another good play call. They go empty. Breece motions out. It's 3-2. Conklin again chipping TJ Watt. Just FYI. Garrett a little out, up, and yeah. I guess we'll get to. By the way, anyone watch Devontae Adams on this play? This is just incredible. Like now after the game, I could say that was unbelievable effort, man. Really.
That's gonna. I mean, that's something the coaches are gonna highlight in that room, right? And
yeah.
Here's the guy who just joined the team. A future Hall of Famer busting his ass there. To try and prevent the touchdown.
100%. By the way, Jake, I didn't mention it. Every snap, Rodgers catches with one hand. I know Tippmann has not been a problem, but every snap, I'm not joking, like almost every shotgun snap is like that. That's the least of our worries, though. Again, it's so hard. Did he tip it? It looks like he tipped it a tiny bit. You still obviously need to make that play.
That's a great throw by Rodgers, too. It's like right after we had that previous play. Like, you put it right there for Garrett.
Yeah, it's a perfect throw. I honestly want to go back to the throw he made. Oh, God. I mean, NFL Pro is so annoying sometimes. It's a really good throw. This is not it. Okay. Here we go. It's a good throw and it's a good play. It's a good concept. Oh, let me go full screen. I keep forgetting. It's a good concept. Man, it's just funny. Like the play before you had him and then a little lollygag on the out. Oh, it's like a little. Oh, wow. Wow. Whoa. Okay. I didn't know what this play was, and now I just saw. So what you even have here that's funny, you have Garrett on this little like lolly out and up. You have Devontae and almost like a slant and go. Watch this. And I again, I'm assuming that Rodgers was locked on to Garrett. Watch Devontae here. Slant and go. Okay, he was over the top there. It's the perfect read by Rodgers. Perfect read. There's a good play concept. You rarely see something like this from the Jets. So Todd Downing has really encouraged me, but besides that, I don't got much.
It's just brutal, man. Like it's just like the previous play could have been a touchdown. Yeah. Garrett lets it affect him, and then it leads to this.
Yep. All right. Well, this is the last play. I'm always down to show plays that someone says. I don't know which play JJ was talking about. But yeah, last play, and this is like not even so bad on Rodgers. I just was really curious. Would love to hear his take. I was running through. Well, it's not even about this play. Again, would love Garrett to make that catch, but he didn't. So what you're gonna have here: wing, double wing, 2x2. Lazard playing as like a tight end, and he's gonna chip Watt, whatever. You have, I think, cover 3. So I think it might be quarters, honestly. I kind of forget. But anywho, the one thing I saw here that I was like, this kind of makes me feel like Rodgers is really not him. And then I honestly talked to Robbie Sabo about it last night, and I was like, please let me know. Like, what's going on. He's better than me with the X's and O's, 1,000%. So anytime I think something, I just need to confirm it with him. And he kind of talked me off the ledge a little bit, but he said, yeah, I mean, you could do it. It's Minka here. This is all Minka. He's baiting Rodgers into making this throw. Now, do I think Rodgers can make this throw? 1,000%. Why they're running this play action makes no sense to me. I don't know what down and distance this is, but let's see. Do any of the linebackers creep up? They don't even move. No one moves. No one is threatened by this play action. And hence why no one moves. Look at Breece. If they did hand it off, he would have had one-on-one with this linebacker. Doesn't matter. What's the coverage here? It's cover 3. Deep half, 4 under. Perfect play call. You have Ruckert on a little wheel up the sideline and Devontae on a skinny post. Now, right here, I'm throwing the ball. and I'll show an end zone angle. It's very, very rare. Now, if it was Garrett, I'd be like, okay, fine. Like, I understand he might not be able to make that contested catch. But this is Devontae. This is the guy you feel the most comfortable with. Again, why on earth we're running this stupid play action that screws up the timing? I have no idea. This should just be a 3-step drop and ball out. He's turning his back, so then it's a little bit harder. But right here,
he's open.
This is an anticipation throw. I don't care. I know how fast Minka is. You're standing at the 25-yard line. If you really think Minka is going to get there, what does he do better than anyone else with this player? Throw it on his back shoulder. Throw it on his back shoulder. Now everyone's going to say, oh, was Joey Porter over there? No. Joey Porter was over. No. He's not making a play on that. When he's backtracking this way, he's going to have to stop, speed cut, and go in when he's trying to guard Ruckert. It's tough. It's not setting him up to succeed, though, turning his back to the defense, than him staring. Now, I can tell you on this one, I know who he's looking at. He is staring at Devontae Adams. I know he knows Minka's there. He knows what the coverage is. 3 deep, 4 under. I'm just telling you, I don't know about you, Jake, or anyone else in the chat. Anyone could let me know. This is a play that Rodgers has made, and he can make. The velocity in his arm has gone nowhere. You can make this throw. You can high point it in the middle of Minka and the safety that's on the screen, or you could back shoulder it. This is the throw that he makes, and he turns it down. So.
How close did Garrett come to making that catch? You show it again?
I was just curious. I mean, that's a catch if he holds on to the ball.
Was it the drive that ended with the Zerline block kick?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, of course it was.
Let me just confirm. Actually, I don't even have that written. Someone could confirm that, but yeah. So, yeah.
Brutal. So let me ask you this. Like these feel like things that Rodgers watches the same film. He breaks it down. You think he just gets in a mentality this week? What am I doing, man? Play football. Let it rip. Like he talked about having fun and not being so tight, the whole team. Like he's talking about himself too. Like, can we fix this stuff, Andrew? Like, because that really is the big thing. It's not like physically, as you brought up, his arm's not there. It's like things that he's done forever, he's not doing all of a sudden. It's weird. And I thought I thought he played very well, all things considered, against Buffalo. They just shot themselves with poor decision making, penalties, obviously Zerline missed kicks. Like he threw for nearly 300 yards. They had 2 100-yard wide receivers, a 100-yard rusher. His passer rating was 100. Like, I thought he played well in that game. Didn't play well in Pittsburgh. So, like, what version of Aaron are we getting on Sunday?
I don't know, man. And you know how crazy it is? If you told me last year that we were going to have a conversation about Rodgers letting it rip, like, I would have told you, Jake, you're out of your mind. There's no way. This guy's not someone that's going to get confidence taken away from him. He's not confident. He's just not confident right now. I don't know if it's the foot, any other injuries, the offensive line, the new weapons. He's not confident. It's very clear. Like those were the best examples from the film. I'll give you guys that. And look, he did have a bunch of good throws I could think of. He had that throw to Garrett we showed. The back shoulder to Lazard was awesome. What else? The fourth down conversion to Mike Williams was really good. The little intermediate stuff to Garrett was good. He was inaccurate down the field a lot, though. Like it wasn't a little. It's very unlike him. So can it change, Jake? 100%. I just don't know what that does for the team. Like if he's ready to carry this team or not, I don't know.
He talked about today, hey, like we got to have the mentality of like offense, we're going to go win the game. Like the Jets have been known for defense, and the defense will do their part, and all the offense just has to do ours will be good. He's like, now we got to be the reason why we win the game. He said the right things today. I was encouraged, but no one cares. Go do it on Sunday. Let's go.
Right. That's the thing, Jake. We've been saying the right things for the past month and nothing to show for it. So I don't know. Like I was telling Jake on the pre-show to everyone that's watching that I legitimately, after the game on Sunday, I went to my mom and I said, I will never watch Jets film again. I will never write an article for them again. I just felt numb and I was like, I'm over it. And then I did it again. But if they lose to the Patriots on Sunday, something drastic. I don't know what else to do with this team. I can't. I'm in shock. It was like at least last year when we broke down the losses, we were like, hey, like Jake, I'm going to show you like some of the good players that are going to be really good for our playoff team next year. Like here's Quincy, he's really good. Here's Sauce, he's still really good. DJ, Breece made a great play. Garrett made a great play. And I'm like, oh, well, these were the bad plays from Zach. Now it's like, I don't want to break down losing film. I have no interest in that. We're supposed to win this year now. It's brutal.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is Andrew Fialkow. You guys better follow him on Twitter. Read his work.
I don't know if you see. Yeah, my tweets now, it's so sad. Like when they win, like they do fine. My losing film tweets go like almost viral on Twitter. It's insane. I'm like, it's like we all want to be miserable together. I'm like, oh, I wish when Rodgers made like all those great throws against the Patriots, those clips went viral. Instead, I have the Tyron Smith getting, I think I could look right now, I got like 85,000, 104,000 views. I'm like, wow, that's really great. The Jets doing bad. It's what gets the clicks. So
it's the opposite for this show. I'd prefer them to win. It's better for everyone.
Yes.
Daniel with a super chat here. Jets O-line win rate ranks run 54%, 24th, pass 68%, ranks 28th. What a joke. Fire the damn GM. JD promised to fix the line 6 years ago. Help.
Oh, God. Yeah. I honestly appreciate those stats. I didn't know. I don't love the win rates from ESPN. They're whatever. I just rather watch the film, and those stats are pretty backed up.
I didn't think the O-line was bad in pass protection, minus like maybe Tyron a little bit on Sunday. I mean, was it that bad? Rodgers only got sacked once.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't. Tyron was bad, but it wasn't bad. Like once ABT got out, it was a little, and then obviously really scary injury to Newman, and then Hansen comes in. So we're playing like our third string guard, who's a center. Things weren't great, but they had a great. That's the thing, Jake. Why every time does something good start happening, something bad starts happening? Like we finally started making good game plans with Downing. Like they had a great plan for TJ Watt. They had a plan to get the ball out quickly anyway, to Garrett. And then they tried establishing the run. It wasn't going great, but they got Breece involved in the pass game. The game plan was there. You're not letting TJ Watt wreck the game. They did not let that happen. And then everything else goes to badness. So it's never one thing. It's always something good comes and then something has to make it worse. So yeah, I don't know, man.
It never ends.
Yeah.
It really never ends. Before you get out of here, I'm going to play you Rodgers on McAfee earlier talking about the Jets and the energy level. I want your thoughts on this.
The energy, and I'd look at myself first, it just wasn't good enough. I think personally and as a team, we're playing with too much anger and not enough enjoyment. That's why I kind of wore this hat today as a little reminder. Shout out to Jake Ryan and Hugo, but we've played this game for a long time and we get paid incredibly well. This is our livelihood to play a game most of us dreamt about or played as kids and always want to be in this position. And personally and our team, we just need to have a little more fun, smile more, to enjoy each other. And it's fun when you win, of course, but I think there's ways of taking some of the pressure off, and it's got to start with me this week with my energy and my approach. And I was disappointed, not just about the pick, but a couple other I wish I could have had back. But we just have to respond to adversity a little bit better, and it starts with me, and I got to lead the way with that.
For those saying he's not accountable, there you go. I mean, but we got to see it this week. Hopefully, playing New England, a team that's not very good, team they destroyed 4 weeks ago, we'll get them going. I think it just takes one win to kind of alleviate, the stress that they're under, the pressingness. Like, get a win, take a breath. And I think it's almost good that they're playing like so quickly after that, because then you play on Thursday and like no time to like feel good about yourself. Let's go. You got the win. Take a breath. Go do it again at home.
That's true. I don't know. He says majority of the time to me says the right things. It's just hard to care anymore, to be honest. So
a defeated Andrew Fialkow is what I'm watching right now.
Yeah, I'm defeated, but you know what? I'm not defeated for. I will take a couple calls if you want me to, because I see Bobby. Bobby's in the private chat writing to me.
You want a little Bobby Midnight?
Let's get it. Yeah.
Oh, baby, here we go.
Hi, everybody. This is Bob from Vermont. I am Bob, of course. Thank you, Andrew, for asking. Hi, Jake. Brother said hi to you guys. How you doing?
Bobby.
He wants Rex Ryan as the next head coach. Do you agree with that?
I don't personally agree with that.
All right. You know what the Jets should be doing? They should be trying different people now. They should put Braylon Allen in more
I
often.
knew it. Wait, I knew
I
it.
knew it. I knew
Yeah.
it was coming.
I was so sure. Wait. They need to wait. Braylon Allen where?
As running back.
Oh,
We don't
okay.
need Breece Hall. He's not doing that.
We don't need him. They do need him. He had a great game the other night.
All right, so do the pony thing again.
Yeah.
Do the pony.
Okay,
We gotta
Bobby.
put that in. And
Bobby,
then
I'm
we
with you.
Fashion, right? We gotta start him. Give him a break.
Yeah.
What about, do you think we should bring in what's his name? Tyrell Taylor, just to give Aaron Rodgers a rest? I think it's his hamstring.
It's never
Keeps
happening.
Not happening. Yeah. It's not
All
gonna happen.
right. Well, do you want him to get hurt, like you said, Jake?
I mean, Bobby, he's Aaron Rodgers. He's not coming out of the game unless he actually couldn't play.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll see what happens then. Then Sauce has to catch some stuff, tackle people. You know, he got to wake up. He's not Revis Island. He's like Revis. He like is like Sauce in a jar. He doesn't do anything. Sauce in a jar. No, that's
good.
what. Yeah, he is Sauce. So you agree with that comment?
Yeah, is he sauce in the jar, Andrew?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a compliment or a
Well,
diss.
for now, it's not a compliment. I'm not happy with the Jets. I'm cheering for them. It was disgraceful. We were up 15-6, like you guys were saying. We just blew it. Well, I want to, you know what? Can I tell Aaron, Andrew, one thing?
Yes.
Okay, so I saw my Giants lose Sunday, okay? Guess how many yards rushing Barkley had against us?
I think it was like 170, right?
Yeah, okay. Remember what I told you at the beginning of the season? How many yards is he going to get each game?
You told me?
And you, 200 yards against them each game. Barkley's going to run. We almost got to 224
All right.
left. Okay. So go back, Jake. You've got to find that. Get
I'm
that.
not going back. I don't care.
Well, I care because they sucked.
It's
They
a
only
Jet
got-
show. I don't care about your Giants.
I know. Well, I cheer for both, too. You know,
Well, that
But I don't
doesn't
think
matter
that's-
here.
I don't think I'm going to cheer for the Giants anymore. I told you they're awful.
Ooh.
this year. They're going to be like, I say 2-15 now. So they suck. That's what I have to say. Well, it's nice talking to you, my friend Andrew.
Always good
And
talking.
Jake, you guys are awesome as usual.
We love you, Bob.
So you have a great evening. Okay. Nick's going to win tonight, right?
Let's
Hope
hope
so.
so. Yep.
Those smelling Celtics, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. Knicks, kick ass tonight.
Attaboy.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, Bob.
Oh, you know I like the Yankees and the Jets. Can't believe Jake and Rodgers met. I'm more than just a hat on Bobby.
Just tremendous.
Yeah. Never
Go-
lets down.
I like here is like go find that clip. As if I could just find that,
I know.
snap my fingers and find a clip from the many shows I do every day that are sometimes over 2 hours each.
Yep. Maybe Gator has it.
Yeah. Let's see. There's someone else that wants to talk to you. He's making a very specific request. You got time for one more, Andrew?
Yeah, of course.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Per request.
B-Mac, look at my TV. B-Mac, I love Aaron Rodgers. Jets, go Jets.
Hey guys, Jake, Andrew, love you, Walkman. You do a good film.
Thanks,
I
man.
just like to see the X's and O's. But seeing that today, man, really, as a big Rodgers fan, man, it just really frustrates me that it's just plays like that he he can hit and he doesn't hit them, and that just kind of concerns me, like going forward. Like I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a mental thing. I don't know if he lost his fastball, but I know like a lot of people have been saying that he's washed up, which do you to have come to that come to that concession that he's washed up, or do y'all think that's a little bit over exaggerated?
What's the question? Do I think he's overrated? Overrated?
No. Old washed up.
Oh, I don't know. I don't want to call him washed up yet. Like, it's concerning to see how the way he's been playing and the way he's seeing the field, but like, he's also a guy that's coming off an Achilles tear. It just sucks that we need him to be good now. Like, we can't really take the time to marinate the chemistry and all of this. Like, we need him to elevate us now. That's why we brought him here. And it's a lot to ask. He's 41 years old, or however old he is, in his 20th year, coming off a really bad injury. And he kind of, at least in majority of the games, to me, has been a little bit disappointing, minus the New England game and the Buffalo game. Also, the San Fran game, I didn't think he was bad.
Second half of the Titans game, I thought he was good too.
Second half of the Titans game, he was good. Yeah, it's tough. I don't think he's washed up though. I think it's still there.
You know what it is too, Andrew? This team has no wiggle room now, so it's all magnified because they're 2-5, and he played bad in a game that dropped them to 2-5. Let's say they just had one more win right now, right? You wouldn't feel great about where they are, but it wouldn't feel as dire as it is, right? It'd be like, we're not playing to our standard, beat New England. Let's go. Schedule's easy the rest of the way. But now it's like they're 2-5, and oh my God, it's the end of everything. You know, who's getting fired? Like that's the mentality of the fan base right now, and rightfully so. They're 2-5. They have no wiggle room now. So like, you know, Greg Zuerlein hit kicks, and they had one or two more wins right now, for example. You know, all of a sudden, you know, he might not be playing great, but it's like he's coming off the Achilles. Give him some time, get the running game going. But they have no margin for error now, so the expectations are being raised because they need him to play well. Otherwise, they're not going to win.
Yeah, if you're 3-4 going into this New England game, it's a lot different. Like, everyone would be talking about, hey, like great game this weekend. We're going to definitely win. It's an easy matchup, and then we're at 500 going into a game with Houston. Like, what else would you want? I would be okay with that.
Yeah,
I mean, it sucks.
Yeah. All right. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you,
Gotcha,
B-Mac. All right, Andrew. One last call.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great Decker is on the line. Hello, Decker. Decker, unmute your mic. We're blaming your dad for this one.
Hello.
Hi, Decker.
Hey, Decker.
Andrew, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Why do the Jets stink?
I knew something was coming like that. You know, if I had the answer, I would love to give it to you. But you know what? I'll say Woody Johnson, the owner.
Jake, how's London?
London was fun, Decker. It was fun till the game started.
Did you like the fish and chips?
I love the fish and chips.
They're really good.
They are really good. I enjoyed it.
Decker,
how are you, Decker? Yeah, what's the latest with you?
Nothing.
How's school going?
Yeah.
Your dad just asked if Jake liked London.
No. I went to London too.
Oh, when did you go?
When did you go to London?
What did they ask you, maybe?
When I went to London, do you remember what day?
You went for 2 weeks, so you're gone basically 2 weeks. Saturday, the day before the Jet game, till Thursday.
Wow.
Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have fun, Decker?
Yeah.
That's great. Did you have fish and chips?
Yes.
Oh, someone liked it. I could tell.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question real quick.
Oh, God. Here we go.
No, Andrew, just one question on Rodgers. Jake made a point and about Deontay Wilder, right? And at 38, his body just doesn't do what his brain, you can see. He's in positions where normally he'd let the right hand go. And for whatever reason, like age, whatever, he just doesn't let the hand go anymore. Rodgers not throwing a ball at Devontae Adams and the double hitching, is that a matter of just his body? Is his age, like his body's just not doing what his brain wants him to do at the same speed anymore?
It's a tough comparison to make to boxing, you know, because like you need to be quick with punching and boxing. So I guess what you could say is like your brain is telling your arm to do something, but it's not doing it as fast as you want it to.
Exactly. Yeah. I
don't think that's, you know, I can't prove it obviously, but I don't think it's as similar as throwing a football, you know, because like it's just for him. That's like his natural movement, just flick of the wrist. I truthfully think that he's just not trusting anyone around him. I think there's 10 guys on the field that he doesn't trust at all times. And now it's going to be 9 because of Devontae. But it seems like a big trust thing, and he's just second-guessing a lot of things, and he has no confidence right now, which I cannot believe I'm saying. But it feels like he doesn't have much confidence.
Is that something that he can fix by Sunday? I mean, is that going to take
Yes.
time? Yeah.
No,
Okay.
no. Now this is not Zach Wilson. This is Aaron Rodgers. He can fix this tomorrow, tonight. It's just about getting all the guys on the same page. Do I think they're going to make a run? No. Could they? Yes. So, look, just got to go week by week.
You think they win Sunday, Andrew? Let's start with that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
Start
the
with
Jets
that
gonna
baby
win Sunday,
steps.
baby.
I do.
Knowing how bad they all know.
Decker.
Decker said no. You know, I'm leaning with
You're
Decker.
positive.
I'm leaning with Decker on this one.
Oh, jeez. It's tough to argue right now. I mean, they've been so bad. Well, Decker, great job. Great to get you back on the show. Every time you call in and we hear less from your dad, the better. So call in anytime you want.
Hey.
And would you like to hear the chicken and pasta song on your way out of here, Decker?
Yes, please.
All right, here we go.
That's manners.
Chicken doesn't go with pasta. Don't you know it's disgusting? Chicken can't go with pasta. Why? Because of the texture. Instead, go get yourself pizza at the closest Shell gas station. Cause chicken don't go with pasta. I just discovered dogs are pets.
Nice.
Andrew, job well done, my friend. Thank you for your great work today.
Yep. Thanks, Chad. Thanks to everyone. Pray to God that next time you guys see me, we're in the win column, and then I'll be seeing hopefully some of you guys next Thursday at L5.
Now, before you go, Andrew,
Yes.
Gator put together this masterpiece for you.
Don't have a ton to say that's positive. This team just knows how to break our hearts every week. I mean, it's been an absolute nightmare. We need to stop taking the ball out of the end zone. Every kick return that we take out of the end zone does not get past the 30. People again on Twitter were coming at me saying, why is he looking at me? Heads up, heads up, heads up, heads up. It's frustrating to watch. On what planet? Calm down. I have no explanation. No, Jake, you gotta send me that. I gotta get. Is there anywhere that could be in video form?
I'll get it from Gator. I'll text it to you.
Oh man, thanks to Gator. That's insane. Oh my god. Oh.
Andrew, have a good day at school tomorrow. Thanks for coming on the show.
All right, guys. Thanks, Jake.
Ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Fialko. Tremendous. Great job by Gator, man. Gator's on one right now. Oh, that's funny. Hit the like button if you're tuning in. Subscribe to the channel. Jet fans, win or lose, we're in this together. There's 527 people watching right now. I'd imagine not all 527 of you are subscribed to this channel. So please click that subscribe button. It's free to subscribe. It helps the algorithm. I'm at 39,668 subscribers. Trying to get the 40K. Need your help, Jet fans. Comments, questions, super chats, Gus Buster Umbrella hotlines open. Josh is first up. Hey, Josh.
What's up, man? You hear me?
Yes, sir.
So it's my third time calling, and I called in right before that Pittsburgh game. That was so bad, I called out of work Monday and used PTO. I was in such a bad mood. I was like, I'm staying home today. I'm going to play the game. I'm going to relax. Like, just typical Jets, deciding my behavior and my mood for the week. But I just don't get how we get these star players to come here and they just fall off so fast. Like you said, with Tyron Smith. I mean,
that to me is the most stunning thing because this guy was I understand people being concerned about him, like being an older player, but like Trent Williams is older than Tyron Smith. Andrew Whitworth played into his late 30s. Like, this is a very common thing. And this guy was elite last year. It's not like it was a couple years ago where he's coming off injury. He was a second team all-pro left tackle last year. The film backed it up. We did it on the show. And for him to be Mekhi Becton level bad is shocking to me. It really is.
Exactly. I mean, Javon Kinlaw, he had problems in San Francisco, so whatever. I mean, he comes in and craps the bed, whatever. We took a kind of a risk on him. But, like it's not just Tyron. We've had this issue before. And like I said, and everyone compares it to, like, Brady went to Tampa, started off slow. Stafford went to L.A. They have Hall of Fame coaches. Sean McVay and Bruce Arians were not Robert Saleh or Jeff Albrecht. I mean, I try to stay positive, but, I mean, there are different reasons why they also did well. I mean, the coaching was a huge part of that.
For sure.
I mean, it's hard to stay positive, man. I live in Tennessee, so I'm always talking about the Jets to all these Titans fans, which they're no one to write home about. We beat them at least. But, like, I'm all for Vrabel if this doesn't work out, if we don't go on a run, do something big. I mean, I've listened to the Titans fans talk about Vrabel. They didn't even want to get rid of Vrabel.
Yeah, that's
You know what I mean?
that was my question to you, Josh. Like, you're around Titans fans all the time. What was the consensus when Vrabel was let go? Because I feel like
a lot of people are shocked.
Yeah, like I feel like we all look
shocked.
at him as a really good coach who had a terrible quarterback situation, which is why they weren't good as last year there.
Look, I'm a troll, so I'm in some of their groups on Facebook just because I live here and I want to like see, especially the week we played them. So they're all shouting the same crap we're shouting. You know, sell the team. Should have never got rid of Vrabel. I mean, look, this is every fan base that's losing right now. I mean, they're all shouting the same stuff. It's ownership, it's this, it's that, which is part of just sports. But yeah, they were shocked. I mean, like all my friends are Titans fans, and they couldn't believe it. They're like, this dude has missed the postseason once, and y'all gonna fire him. I mean, with literally only Derrick Henry on his offense. I mean, that they got rid of AJ Brown. I mean, Davis, as we know, was a pass-dropping machine. So, yeah, they were shocked. But I'm on board for that. I don't think Ben Johnson would come here. I hope this doesn't even become an issue. I hope Albrecht, but it would be us for Albrecht to go on a run, win enough to get us into the playoffs. He comes back next year, and then typical Jets. It was a fluke, and we extended Albrecht. You know what I mean?
You know what? I'll worry about that if they go on a run and get to the playoffs.
Hey,
you know, so I'll be up for a run right now.
I was a freshman in high school the last time we were in the playoffs. Mark Sanchez and that whole scenario. Like, it's been forever. Like, I had a Brett Favre jersey in my closet, a Jets Brett Favre jersey the last time we were in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, it's just crazy how long I waited. And then I'm a Florida fan in college. We've sucked since Urban Meyer. So around the same time frame, all my teams just fell off.
You just watch bad football all the time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm just used to it. I'm used to like craziness going on. Urban Meyer fake heart attacks and leaving my program and going and winning the Natty at Ohio State. Yeah, it's just my life. But yeah, I mean, whatever, man. I've been a Jets fan since birth, pretty much. My grandpa had me in little Jets clothing when I was coming home from the hospital, so I'm stuck with it for life. 30 years in, you know what I mean?
God bless, Josh. I appreciate you calling in, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Let's not drop the challenge flag.
Yeah. Love that. Damn, a Jet Florida fan. That's a lot of losing right now. Board Fat 31 coming through for the people. Are you kidding me? How about a 10 spot of channel memberships? Finally, someone's making it rain.
Get your ass off my super chats. Some of these are gifted memberships too.
Hey.
The hell with it.
Yeah, baby. If you hear your name called, you're a channel member. NYC Camper, Manny in Tampa, Sonny the One Trick Pony, Hollywood Rules, Jared B, Jet fan since birth, Kyle Smith. But wait, there is more. Let's see if YouTube will let me read the names. Jesus Jerry Vaca, Rasta Dread 305, Dalt, all receiving channel memberships. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Cost just $5 to gift your fellow listener a membership to pay it forward. So click on Board Fat's name. Make sure you click I want to receive gift memberships. Be subscribed to the channel, like the video, and you got a chance to get one. We'll shout you out if you get one, or if you're kind enough to gift one, because we appreciate the support. Couldn't do this show full time without the support from the community. Let's see. Did we get any new subscribers after my plea for more? We did not. We did not. Some of you are not subscribing. 25 says, still think we trade Mike Williams. I think so. I mean, Rodgers did make a comment today that they need Mike, and he shouted him out for making that play on fourth down. I don't know. I mean, Tampa could use a receiver. Detroit, maybe now with Jameson Williams suspended for a couple games, could use a receiver. I wouldn't trade Mike Will to Kansas City. I'm not helping them, but those are two NFC teams I just mentioned. Or they just keep them. I'm not trying to trade them. Hold on to them. Just see what happens these next couple of games. You know, if they lose to New England or they lose to Houston and they're out of it at the deadline November 5th, it's like, okay, let's have the conversation. But what if they win the next two? I know that seems improbable, but what if they win on Sunday, that something clicks and they get going? Wouldn't be the first time Rodgers started slow in a year and then they went going. That's a different team, different coaching situation. I get all that, but I'm just saying. It's bleak now, but if they win Sunday and they're all of a sudden, 3-5, you're at home against Houston. You see how it plays out. There's still plenty of time before the deadline. Omari is up next on the Gusbuster hotline. Omari, what's up, man?
Jake, huge fan of the show, man. Huge fan. I haven't called in since last year. It's been a long time, but you guys can hear me well?
We hear you loud and clear. I love the Nick hat.
Oh, come on, Knicks today. We getting that win today, man. But I feel like us as an organization, us as a fan base, we're panicking, Jake. I know we've been losing a lot lately, but I feel as if this is a better spot, not including the record, than we was last year, right? If you look at Buffalo's schedule from November going to December, if we go on a run, Buffalo has to deal with the Chiefs defense. They have to deal with the Niners defense. They have to deal with the Rams defense. They have to deal with Detroit's defense and our defense as well. So this thing can easily turn around. I just want the fans to just be a little bit more optimistic. I know it looks bad. Trust me. I turned my TV off at the 2-minute mark. I was like, I'm not watching this no more. But I just think that we are listening too much to what the media has to say. They're flipping everything Rodgers say. He said today on McAfee that the team needs to play with a little bit more fun. Then they flip it and say, oh, he's not being serious. He doesn't want the team to be focused on what's going on. So it's New York. We should be used to this. We know everyone wants to see us lose, but we got to keep the spirit alive. We ask for a great player. This is oftentimes as Knicks fans, as Jets fans, we ask for great players to come here. We got to support them. We have to support them. We can't necessarily just say, oh, yeah, he's washed. This is it. This is a 4-time MVP. This is a Super Bowl champion. We had Zach Wilson last year. Please, we had Zach Wilson last year. I was sat in the Denver game. Jake, I sat in the Denver game this year, and I think our main problem is energy and effort, Jake. It's like I don't know what's going on, but I don't know. Like the team just seems like they don't want to play. They just seem as if like, all right, if anything goes wrong, that's it. Like we don't have another half. We don't have that's what it is. The Jets were known for defense. And I know we got some players out right now, but at the end of the day, we can't just rely on the offense to just keep scoring and scoring and scoring. We are known to hit people in the mouth. Bart says it all the time. We need to just hit someone in the mouth, get the energy going, and tell them exactly why we are the Jets.
I agree.
Our defense needs to lead the way, man.
No, you're right. But the defense is not as good as they've been from a personnel standpoint.
I agree.
So
you're right.
You need the offense to be better. I mean, you're bringing up Aaron Rodgers. He's got to play better. Garrett's got to play your best player's got to be your best players,
Absolutely.
Man. So look, I'm with you. I'm not even thinking about the division, but if you want to go on a run, beat New England on Sunday.
Now's the time, Jake.
Let's go, man. Well, they had a wiggle room, so it's like it's now or never. We could be positive until Sunday. If they lose Sunday, it's over. So let's go.
If they lose Sunday, Jake, we done. There's nothing else to say. But I feel as if this Sunday, this is a perfect time to reset. This is a perfect time to see what we have because, again, we have an easier schedule than most of the teams in our division moving forward.
Yeah.
So we just got to take advantage of it. I don't want to take much of your time, man. I'm always sending super chats. I'm gonna start calling in some more, man. But listen, love the show, love what you got going on, man, and let's keep it going, Jets, man.
Amari,
Knicks
I love it, man. I love it. Great call, Amari. I love your super chats. Appreciate your support, and call back anytime, man. Great call. Yeah, look, I'm all for being positive. They gotta win. Win games, man. This fan base hasn't quit. They beat New England. It will be loud for Houston. It will. Because that's like a save the season type of game. Like the Jet last stand type of game. Scares me they're going to be wearing black for that game. They haven't announced that yet. I'm just connecting the dots. They haven't worn the black jersey yet. They're saving it for Halloween. The funeral for the Jets or the start of a run. We'll see. I mean, they got to go 3-1 over the next 4, but if they lose Sunday, forget it. Really, win the next 2 and give us a chance to believe again. They rack off 4 in a row. They're 6-5 at the bye. They can reset. Can they do that? I mean, they just lost 4 in a row. Can they rack off 4 straight? I mean, the schedule is not brutal. Sunday should be a win. Houston's the toughest game. At Arizona. Home Indy. Can that game get flexed at a primetime, by the way? There's so many better games. I looked at that slate. Jets Colts should not be in primetime. Give the season ticket holder a 1 o'clock or a 4 o'clock kickoff game. If they can't do, I think there's rules. I don't know if you could flex it from 8 to 1, but I mean, Jesus, that game should not be in primetime against the Colts. All right, put the Jets at 1 o'clock. Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. Kyle Clifton next up today. What's up, Kyle?
What's going on, Jake? Did you hear something about Mike Evans' injury that makes you believe that the Bucs might be interested in Williams?
I suggested the Bucs as a team that might make some sense.
Yeah, because I didn't know how serious his injury was when he came off last night, and their skill sets are kind of similar. So I was just wondering what, I think that they might look for someone who's a little bit more varied from what Evans actually does.
Well, they're down Godwin for the rest of the year, and Evans is out a month, so they could use another receiver.
Okay. I've seen a lot of bad Jets football. I remember in '86, I was younger. They started 8-0, and they struggled to make the playoffs. I was there at the Tennessee game when they were 8-3 with Favre when he blew out his shoulder. And this is probably the low point. It's the nadir. It's the lowest that I feel like I've ever been in my entire Jet fandom. That's why it's taken me a couple of shows to call back in. That said, the schedule's right there in front of us. Winnable games. We have a Hall of Fame quarterback. We didn't think it was going to come together overnight. We thought we'd be a little bit better. We're probably a play here or there from having 1, 2, maybe 3 more wins. Play it game to game. If they lose both these next 2 games, they'll be sellers at the deadline. If they split, maybe they stand pat. If they win both games, then maybe they're buyers. It's game to game at this point for Douglas's future, Rodgers' future here. So many of the veterans that are here. It's game by game. That's how you have to treat it.
Look, win Sunday. That's where I'm at. Win Sunday, and then get ready for Thursday. I think it's better that they have the quick turnaround. Like, try and get rolling. Let's go.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the family's coming to the door, so I'm gonna go. Thanks, Jake, for the time.
Kyle, excellent job out of you, as always. Appreciate the call. Win Sunday, man. Nothing to talk about. They don't win Sunday first. Nothing. Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. Make sure you guys click the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. All right, let's say hello to Jersey Joe, who's next. What's up, Jersey Joe?
Jake, oh my God, man. Still wearing the hat. How are you, though?
Love it, man.
This team is diabolical. I can't take it anymore. That Kyle came on, he said that this is his lowest point. Now, listen. If this is his lowest point, I've never seen a Jets playoff appearance as a Jet fan. So if this is his lowest point, where's mine? Oh my God. And all the other young fans who haven't seen a playoff berth. But, oh my God, man. I came in to make 2 points or ask a question. First point is I definitely respect the hell out of you, Jake, because I feel like you're one of the only Jets creators out there who want to hold these guys accountable, like Quinnen, who needs to step up, or Sauce, who needs to catch a ball, or Garrett. They want to be these superstars, and they need to come through. It's not like, oh yeah, they were so good with Zach, and we shouldn't cut them a break. They got the money, or they got the status, like Garrett and the young guys. Like, it's time to pull through, and you're always advocating for that, especially with Quinnen. Like, when's he going to step up? When's he going to have a Dexter Lawrence game? It's frustrating, super frustrating. And question I had is with Reddick back, like, aside from Reddick, what should we do to get that D line better? Like, do we make another trade?
I would like to add a run stuffer if they can get someone. They could, but we'll see. You're probably not adding to this team until you see how the next 2 games go. You lose both, it's over.
Yeah.
You win one but lose the other. Maybe you wait. Like I don't know. I don't know how much more they're really going to invest in this year's team. Like they got to go get it done. That's really what it comes down to. They got to go get it done. The offense has to be better to pick up the fact that defense is just not going to be as good this year because you lost Jermaine Johnson, and you're banged up right now. No Reed, no Carter. Mosley missed a lot of time. Like they've had more injuries on defense this year already than they've had the last 2 years combined.
Yeah. Shout out to my Jersey people. Jermaine Johnson's always on Lake Opatcon. My boy sees him all the time. Apparently he's a really cool dude. Hope he gets better. And hopefully the Yankees, man. Can I see a Yankees championship again? We'll see. But thanks, Jake. Have a great one, man.
Jersey Joe, I appreciate you, man. I hope you get to see a Yankee championship. 15 years. The last time one of the teams I root for was in a championship round. The Yankees in 2009. Patrick writes in with a super chat. The Jets already had very little coaching, and we didn't add more after the head coach firing. It's a mess. I mean, it was basically supposed to be like addition by subtraction. Fire up the team, provide a spark. It hasn't worked to this point. Not saying Ober can't figure it out, but they got to start winning games. It's not going to matter if he figures it out if they start 2-6. Win Sunday. That's where it starts. Crazy. Win Sunday. Mario is up next. What's up, man?
What's up, Jake? Long time no talk.
Are you in a darkness retreat there, Mario? It's very dark by you.
I might be like Rodgers. Last time I called in, Jets were 2-1, so it's okay. So I want to bring some words of encouragement. So, Rodgers, historically, throughout all the seasons, gets better as the games go on. You got Devontae linking up soon enough. I think he might have missed some snaps on Sunday as well. 3, the Patriots are god-awful. The game against the Jaguars. Like, the season, I've heard the season is over if they lose on Sunday. But, I mean, I think they're going to dominate them.
You think the Jets are going to dominate them?
For sure. I mean, Drake May, I mean, he's good, but, I mean, that was a Jaguar. And they could not run the ball. I mean, last time they played on Thursday night, Ramondre have -1 yards? I mean, the defense, I mean, they're playing with, like, third stringers, like Jalen Mills. Hopefully, like, Reed and what's his face can come back.
Carter,
yeah. Hopefully Carter can come back.
Look, they should win. It's tough for me to picture the Jets with how they just beat themselves dominating a team, but they did dominate them the last time they played. Maybe that's what they need. So get it done.
I mean, for sure. And then that Halloween game, because that's what I'm really highlighting. Like, because I'm a Packers fan. Looking at this game Sunday, the defense has to step up because the Texans defense is no joke. Just highlighting the head because like they. Good linebackers, good corners, good D-line. And, yeah. I don't know. Hopefully Jets win.
Thank you, Mario. Hopefully the Jets do win. Good God. Ladies and gentlemen, perhaps our final caller today, VI is up next. Hello, VI.
Jake, what's going on, brother?
What's up, man?
This has been a rough stretch. This has been a really rough stretch. If the coaches took the same mind frame that they have with the players with his next man up, why hasn't Obrick just allowed somebody else to take over the play calling? Because I'm trying to do both. I think there needs to be a consistent voice on that side of the field because when you look at the last 2 games, they don't gave up over 30 in the last 2 games. Like they're worse since he got the job. So I don't know. I think that needs to be a serious thought. I'm not going to kill Rodgers even though he hasn't been playing well. The one thing that I gripe with though is the fact that everybody talks about after he threw the first interception that hey, the team morale was down, but it's like yeah, you're the leader, bro. And every time the camera shows up during the sidelines, you got your head buried in the towel. Like you have to be you're the energizer. Like you have to be able to up because Brady does it. You see it all the time. He get up in them guys. If O-line not doing that, he in their face. If they are doing well, he's encouraging, telling them, come on, keep going. We still got 4 quarters. I mean, we still got extra quarters left, or whatever the time frame is. Like, you don't see Rodgers talking to nobody but Downing sitting next to him, and you see flashes of Stan Tyrod. That's what it looks like on camera. So it's like he has to help them. He has to help them because again, I think that our major problem was we just automatically assumed when Rodgers got in and you penciled them in, it was going to make everything better. But we were never winners to begin with. So it's like you bank on him to be able to give us that energy. And then when he's not playing well or he's not being able to give us that light, because look at Quincy. Quincy said during this press conference, he said, listen, I don't believe that the energy was off. You know, but I respect A-Rod for seeing it from his perspective, but I don't believe that. So it's not like that was a real thing. Like you can't for a fact say that that's really what happened. It's just, well, nobody had their energy up because you wasn't willing to galvanize anybody. So he has to take ownership in that. Now, that comment that I heard you made about what he said today about it looks like nobody's having fun, that's great. Cause that sounds like he understands the passageway now to try to get some better results. Because I think
you watching when I played that clip, VI?
No, it wasn't. I just heard you just repeat it right before I logged in. So it's like it seems like it's going in the right direction now. And it's like as long as he does that, these guys are going to feed off him. He has to realize he's the battery. Everything goes through him. Everything goes through him. That's the way we wanted it. Oldbrick, everybody. It's going to go through him. So he can't be soaking on the sideline, burying his head in the towel. He can't be looking defeated because it's automatically going to rub off on everybody else. But I still think we're going to not dominate, but I still think we should be able to take care of business against New England in a fashion that, you know, just brings some joy back to the fans because the morale is down bad, man. Like it's down real bad. Yeah. And a win, like they said, winning cures everything. So we get that first win, and depending on how well they could do it, it might be able to suck us back in because we are diehard. So that's the feeling I want. I just want to feel as good as possible I can on game day at the end of the game. That's it. If we can do that, then I'm pretty sure we all going to be on the same wavelength. But great as usual, Jake. Salute to you, man. Till next time, champ.
I appreciate it. Great call. I agree with you, man. I think I don't even think it's just Rodgers too. I think it's everyone. I think it's like the leaders on the team. Like, let's go, man. Like, body language has been awful. Energy low. Let's go. Where's that fight? You know, they look good in that first half of 15-6, and then they stink. They unravel. Where's that fight? You know, and Rodgers talked about this today, too. You see that first win. That first win gets you going. A bunch of former players have talked about that, too. Like, you just need that first one. And then let's go. But none of it matters. Do it. John Gotti writes in, we need to sacrifice Allen and Namath for the future of this team. Let me know when Allen will be sleeping with the fishes. I'll tell you what. I love Joe Willie, so we're not sacrificing him. But if you want me to sacrifice Allen, I got you. See you, Allen.
Now look what you've done, Allen. No more protection from the Asmaniacs. Had to pull you out of the chat and cast you down with the sodomites. Some time in here will feel like you've been run over by the lane train. You understand me? You catch my drift? Give him another 24 hours to think about it.
We'll see you tomorrow, Alan. We're sacrificing you for the rest of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, Jersey Jet is on the line. He's our final caller. Hello, Jersey Jet.
Shit. I wasn't sure you was going to get to me, Jake. What's happening, Asmaniacs? What's going on, Jake?
What's up, man?
I think that Woody should have split the coaching assignments up and let the tight end coach, what's his name again? They should have let him run the offense and take some of that pressure off of Ulbrich, man, because he's taking on a whole lot, and the defense seems like they suffering. So I really think they should if they're gonna make any type of adjustments, they should do that.
Well, I think Downing's done a pretty good job. Jersey, I'm going to let you go because there's a bad echo. But Todd Downing, I think, has actually done a decent job as the play caller. Way better than Hackett. To your point, though, it wouldn't be Ron Middleton, the tight end coach, who would take over a role. To me, it'd be Aaron Whitecott, the D-line coach, Tony Oden or Emmanuel Marquand, the secondary coaches. One of them maybe could be the defensive play caller if it's too much for Holbrook. I don't know if we're there yet, but it's certainly something to consider. Is it too much to be DC and head coach at the same time? That's the question. All right, one last call, then we'll wrap. Genergy's on the line. Genergy, hello.
What up? Live from 12th Street and 3rd Ave. What up? I just had to call because this freaking team has lost its Genergy. Not its energy. It needs me. It needs me. I'm here. So I just had to say, because I was like, I'm on my way home after work. And all this negativity, I get it. Like, it's insane. Like, my father literally texted me, like, I know you're stressed. Don't let it ruin your Sunday. Don't let this team get to you. It's like, he already knows how bad the team is. But I just had to say, we can't give up. I'm going to try my best to be there at T-Squared.
You got to be there, Genergy. We need you there. You went to the one we did for the Titans game. They won that game. We need you there.
I did. I'm going to be there. I'm going to need a shot. And
Free
I don't even
shots.
drink that much. I'm going to need some shots.
Free shots for you if you show up, Genergy. I got you.
And that's it. I feel like, honestly, if you just think at just in general terms, you're working, you're in an environment, your job, your company could be toxic. Maybe the leadership sucks. It's literally like trickling down. And it's like, no, fuck that shit. Like, they need to remember who the fuck they are. And yes, I'm all cursed because I'm annoyed and we need to get back to Genergy and not even like being positive, being realistic, but also like, let's fucking do this. Like, enough. We got to do this. We're doing this shit. We're going to get a freaking W. I don't care how.
Genergy, I'll see you on Sunday.
Sounds good. Bye.
On behalf of the Jake Asman Show, we apologize for the foul language.
Genergy's Bronx showing up in that call. Love that. Let's go Yanks, Genergy. Look, win Sunday. There's nothing to talk about unless they win Sunday. Yeah, we'll deal with Houston after. You gotta win Sunday. You're a 7-point favorite. I'm going to tell you how bad New England is. The Jets are a 7-point favorite, despite the fact the Jets themselves have lost 4 in a row. I would probably take the points with New England, though. In fact, just to make sure that the Jets do win, I'm betting New England. I'm going to do everything possible. I'm going to fade myself. It's tough. It's tough. There's something that actually just happened here that I noticed that I've never seen this before. In fact, I didn't even know technology allows for this to happen. He's in the hole, but he somehow called in. Alan, is that you?
Why the? Now look what you've done, Alan. No more protection from the Asmaniacs. Had to pull you out of the chat and cast you down with the sodomites. Some time in here will feel like you've been run over by the lane train. You understand me? You catch my drift? Give them another 24 hours to think about it.
Why the hatred?
Now look what you've done, Alan. No more protection from the Asmaniacs. Had to pull you out of the chat and cast you down with the sodomites. Some time in here will feel like you've been run over by the lane train. You understand me? You catch my drift? Give them another 24 hours to think about it.
Look, Alan, there's no hate, right? I'm just listening to John Gotti. You don't want to mess with John Gotti. He said, let me know when Alan will be sleeping with the fishes. So I'm just doing my part. I'm trying to win a game on Sunday, Alan. We need to sacrifice Allen and Namath for the future of the team. We're not sacrificing Joe Willie. So we sacrificed Allen for the last, 10 minutes of the show. I think it's a fair compromise. Mother effing Chew says, how much to sacrifice Booing? I don't know what that means, Mother effing Chew. Can you clarify? But anyway, man, I'm trying to do my part, Alan. You get it. You're a Jet fan, I think. You pretend to be. Anyway, fun show. Nearly 2 hours again. We are back tomorrow, 10 a.m. First-time guest coming on the show, Ryan Sampson, who does the Jet podcast with Brian Costello for the New York Post, will be making his Jake Asman Show debut. That will be at 10. And at 4, Jeff Parles in his weekly Wednesday spot on the show. Feels weird. We have a normal week of guests coming on in their normal slots, right? Joe B Monday at 10. Will Palm Monday at 4. Sabo Tuesday at 10. Fialko Tuesday at 4. Parles Wednesday at 4. Nick Faria Thursday at 10. Fireman Ed Friday at 10. Boy Green Friday at 4 p.m. And then next week we got a Thursday. So forget it. Thursday night game, everything will be different. But for 1 week, we have normalcy as far as the guest lineup. Thank you all again for your support. My name is Jake Asman. This has been the Jake Asman Show. I'm hosting a huge watch party on Sunday for the Jets and the Patriots game. If you have never been to one of our awesome watch parties at T-Squared Social, here's what it looks like. Hopefully, I'll see a bunch of you who have been to these again on Sunday. And if you've never been, hopefully I'll meet you for the first time. Let's go Jets, baby. Stay positive for now. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Go Knicks tonight. Let's go, baby.
Official in case the timeout was needed. It wasn't because Hall's taken off to the end zone in for the touchdown. Steelers get the pressure. Rodgers knows where to go with it. Breece Hall on the run. Hall into the secondary. Past the tackler at the 20. Breece Hall inside the 10. Challenge. He dropped the flag before he could throw it, so Rodgers instead runs the play, and it's a touchdown to Conklin.
Don't have a ton to say that's positive. This team just knows how to break our hearts every week. I mean, it's been an absolute nightmare. We need to stop taking the ball out of the end zone. Every kick return that we take out of the end zone does not get past the 30. People again on Twitter were coming at me saying, why is he looking at me? Heads up, heads up, heads up, heads up. It's frustrating to watch. On what planet? Calm down. I have no explanation.